Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Deadlands Noir. Say hi, gang.
Hi, gang.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Glad to have you all back here with us for a continuation of our story. Before we jump into recap and whatnot, let's say hello again to this fantastic cast. We're going to start down at the end with Kaz. Say hello. Tell us where you are online quick and who you're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, I'm Kaz. I am also known as the Mini Arcanist everywhere on the internets, Twitter, Instagram, etc. I am playing Dean Whitfield, a very oblivious and naive dilettante.
Absolutely. All right. Next to you, Travis.
Yes, I'm Indiana Sloan. You can find me online at the Indiana Sloan, and I'm Owen Cross, private investigator.
All right. And finally, last but not least, Piper. Say hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maddie Matihi. You can find me on Twitter at Maddie Matihi and also on Twitch at Matihi. Today, I am playing, of course, Silco Sawyer. It's a photographer, a reporter, and, of course, a shit disturber.
Just a bit. All right. So, welcome everyone. This is our second episode here. Before we jump into recap as well, just on the front end, we are playing Savage Worlds. Fantastic system. If you have not yet checked that out, you should. With Savage Worlds, we have a few cool things that go along with that. One of those being bennies, and that's a way to help support our players. So down below Piper there, you see a count of bennies. There's currently 6 of those available to the players. None to myself, but if you want to give one to me, I will take them. A Benny basically grants a reroll, allows you to do some other things like soaking damage in combat. You can also, which is a cool way, nothing extreme, but you have an opportunity to somewhat influence the story. So, maybe you needed a flashlight or rope, something like that. You could utilize a Benny like that, or I know a guy that can help us out in that situation. Opportunities from there. So if you'd like to contribute to that group pile, all players do start with their own bennies each game, but if you'd like to contribute to help out, any subscription, gift sub, 500 bits, or $5 donation will grant one of those to the players. If you'd like to graciously grant one to myself as GM, just make note of that when you do. I love the coordinated head nods there. The other option is the +1s. That is a freebie for just hanging out with us here in the Bounce House. So there's channel points you will earn, and I believe for 1,000 channel points, once per session you can grant a +1 to this game that the players can then add to their rolls. So a lot of opportunities for that to be useful. I know there's a lot of 7s before, and in Savage Worlds, a 4 is a success, and every 4 more points is a raise. So definitely a great opportunity for those +1s. I think with that, let's recap. Our story began as Dean Whitfield and housemate Silco Sawyer came to visit Silco's cousin Owen, as Dean had experienced something, and we recalled what that incident was as Dean was walking home one day as the rain poured down and witnessed an accident nearby, close by their residence, but still not there. And a enclosed truck delivery van had toppled over, and a bunch of coal had spilled out. A strange-looking coal that seemed to have a bunch of white, markings and veins in it. Maybe that strangeness caused Dean to stare a little bit too long, and it caused the attention of the people hauling this, and they didn't appreciate that. So 2 individuals begin chasing after, and as they did, they transformed into these large, hulking figures of just a normal human, just begin to just expand and grow, and their muscles and size and everything, chasing Dean down. Luckily, Dean was able to make it back, losing them in an alley, but not without a couple bumps and bruises. But then, in confiding with that situation with Silco, decided to go talk with Owen and say, hey, what the hell is going on here? Can you help us out? The group went to the scene of the accidents, investigated, was only able to turn up a small little pebble of the coal, which they realized was ghost rock, and a business card that simply had the letters BP on it and a phrase on the back. With some help from Owen's counterpart, Eddie Baker, learned that it was a speakeasy called the Blind Pig, and the phrase on the back, Church on Sundays, was the passcode for entrance. The group decided to head over to the Blind Pig and scope it out. We're allowed in after grabbing some drinks, hung out in a pretty dimly lit and quiet bar. Wasn't very many patrons. And after a moment, Eddie himself showed up from the back room and told Owen that he should not have come after he had already somewhat warned him on the phone. And then called out to a couple of the patrons, turning out to be henchmen, to basically teach the three of you a lesson. Three of them then lurched over and transformed into those strange, large, hulking figures, and a small scuffle ensued, almost taking out Owen. But the three of you, with some high-flying acrobatics by Silco, were able to dispose of these individuals and leave the bar. We pick up back at Owen's office where we had left, and the group had Silco had stolen a bottle of booze, and the three of you were sampling that, kind of enjoying a moment, a respite, as you think about the situation that just happened. But you was also experienced something beyond the normal effects of alcohol from this drink. All able to shrug it off, but you felt something just through your entire body, this tingle, your muscles almost firing off, flexing before it did subside. And that's where we pick up.
Aren't you feeling a little weird after that drink?
Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck just happened. I don't usually drink that much, but I can tell you, it ain't been feeling like that before.
You sure you stole some hooch and not
Yeah, I stole
the
some
bar
hooch.
cleaner?
I'm very sure. I feel like bar cleaner is supposed to be labeled, probably, but there's not much difference between bar cleaner and booze at this point.
Well, I mean, we were in a bar full of weasel and bird heads and all manner of shit, so I'm not sure what we drank.
Oh, bird booze, you think?
I'm going to pick up the bottle. Is there anything left in it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, we didn't just drink all of it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably, whatever. You would have poured out a finger or two each, and
Okay.
yeah, there's definitely. I'd say the bottle's probably not full itself.
Okay.
A good maybe half or so, but you definitely, between the three of you, didn't. Yeah.
Can I sort of like hold it up to the light and see if there's anything like in it? Like, I don't know, like even if it was like backwash, basically, if there's like something in there that's swirling.
Yeah. So you hold that up. It's a dark. It's like it's not brown, but it's a clear, but it's like that frosty, dingy glass. Just the consistency of the glass, not necessarily the contents. But you do hold it up, and it's a clear liquid. And you hold it up to the light, and you do see as it sat there a little bit after you've had your drinks, because obviously pouring that would have potentially shaken some up. But you do see now that it looks like there's a slight settling of something at the bottom.
Kind of shake it a little bit, look at it a little bit longer.
It kind of stirs up whatever was there, and it dissipates a little bit. It's not much, but because of the clearness, you can see that there's something.
I don't want to alarm any of you, but it looks like there might be something in the bottom of this. What is this, like a sediment of some kind? I don't know. I'm gonna set it back down. Maybe we don't drink that anymore.
Maybe we can
Yeah.
get some cheesecloth or something, like drain it. Maybe see what's in there.
That's a good idea. I don't carry cheesecloth on me on a daily basis.
Neither
Though.
do I.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a
I'm,
handkerchief, actually. Could a handkerchief work? It's pretty thin, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's one of them real fine imported silk ones there, Undine.
Oh, it's actually linen, but, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Don't you know your fabrics?
It's okay, don't worry about it. I get it, you would understand. And I'm gonna pull out the handkerchief. And I will sort of like pull it against, like very tight against the rim of the glass that one of the glasses that we just drank out of.
Okay.
And hold it for someone else to pour the liquid out of.
So you probably have to empty a little bit, and you can be careful. Like let it sit and settle for a little bit, and then be a little more careful and intentional. You have to pour out some of this first because it'll probably fill up a glass.
Okay.
But you can be careful and empty out what you need, make room, and then go to that next glass where you have room to, drain that. But, after a few moments, you're able to kind of get there and be careful with that and do so. And pours through and comes out mostly clear. And then it gets to the end and just that little bit, kind of like the end of a hot chocolate or tea or something, that there's just a few little remnants and they just kind of slide at the end of the bottle and they do come out with it. And what color is your handkerchief?
It's probably like a white handkerchief. It's nothing super fancy.
Okay. So right away it's very apparent that this whatever it is comes out and it's very dark, almost black.
Oh, you still got that that coal on you there, Owen?
I didn't give it up. I'll reach in my pocket, pull out the piece of ghost rock, and toss it over to Silco.
Silco catches it and looks towards the handkerchief there, and I'll kind of smear some of the sediment, whatever it was, on the handkerchief for a moment. And then, slightly askew to it, take that ghost rock and kind of do the same. See if it's a similar color at all.
Yeah, so you smudge that. It is, the stuff inside the bottle obviously was a little wet. So there's a little bit of difference there. But there's a striking similarity between the two.
You think they might be, I don't know, grinding up some of the coal and putting in these drinks?
How the hell would they do that?
Fuck if I know.
Well, like I told you, ghost rock is interesting material depending on who you talk to. Some use it for fuel, and I've heard of crazier things, but I guess somebody's using it to spike the drinks.
What, make people real angry when they're drinking it?
I don't know if that's the intent. That's what it did to us. Who knows what it does to Hulk boys back there at the bar.
Why would they do that? If you're at a bar, the last thing you want as a bar owner is a lot of fights. Isn't that like sort of gonna stop someone from wanting to come, and eventually you're gonna lose all your patronage?
That was no normal speakeasy though.
Yeah.
That's true.
I just don't know what Eddie's doing mixed up in something like that. Think you know a guy.
You know where Eddie lives.
Yeah. We've played cards over there a time or two.
You got a wife? A husband? Partner?
Nah, nobody can put up with Eddie for very long. He's been married a couple times. You keep going with the rate you're going, you'll catch him in no time there, Silco.
Look, I ain't here for slander. All right, there, Owen. What I'm thinking is, well, he's at the bar dealing with the mess that we've created. Maybe we pay Eddie's home a little visit,
Is that a good idea? You don't know what's gonna be at his home when we get there.
True. I mean, we took out those, whatever the hell those were in the bar.
Right, we took them out and Owen nearly,
Valid.
Why? You don't have to remind me. My jaw is probably gonna be sore for a couple days after that.
How are your knees, though? You good at sneaking still? Or...
I'm sneaky when I need to be.
What are we gonna find there when we go there? What are we looking for?
Sometimes you don't have the questions until you see the answers.
I do not like that line of thinking, but okay. Wouldn't it be better to have all your questions sort of ahead of time before the answers get answered?
I feel like if I prefer looking for the answer sometimes than figuring out what the question was beforehand.
That makes you a really bad reporter, though. Aren't you supposed to come prepared with questions?
Look! I'm not talking about questioning people, okay? I'm talking about following scoops. But not questioning
Right.
people's scoops.
My apologies. Sorry. I forgot. Those are two very different things.
Extremely.
Okay.
I mean, Dean, you're the one paying the bills on this one, so.
I mean, yes, but I don't want to run into any more of the skin creatures. I don't want to run into them anymore. I'm gonna have nightmares for years. If I see another one, I'll probably have it for decades.
Well, let's hope that they don't venture out too much beyond the bar.
Or the truck.
Okay.
Question though, too, I gotta ask is if, I mean, you said they had a whole truckload of that stuff, and we just found what, a couple shavings here in a bottle. So either they're churning out quite a bit of this stuff, or they're doing something else with it too.
Well, if where they were heading was the bar and just to offload it at the bar, maybe when they get their new shipment of alcohol, they decide to put it in there.
Well, would you took a peek back behind the curtain. Did you see any kind of operation back there? What were they doing?
Were they playing? They were playing cards, weren't they, back there?
There was a couple there playing cards.
Okay.
There was another. So yeah, there was I think 2 individuals playing cards. I think one had more of like a bird head and a rat head of those weird creatures. And then Silco did notice around the corner there was one that had more of a weasel head, talking to Eddie.
Okay.
As well, and I think that was what you noticed.
I think that was all that I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I?
Or wait, was it you that peeked back, Dean?
Yes, it was Dean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I was hiding behind the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him playing cards. I didn't get a good glimpse of anything else back there. One of them was talking to Eddie. It kind of seemed like they were. I mean, they kind of didn't seem concerned about the fact that we were getting. It seemed like they didn't expect us to win, so they just kind of didn't care.
Dean, go ahead and make a notice check.
Oh. D8. I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
Better. 7.
Okay. So thinking back to, when you did look back there, and you remember those specific scenes of the people playing cards and otherwise, and then you just try to like focus on beyond that. And it wasn't a very large back room, certainly not to the extent that you would expect there to be a processing area, facility, or anything of that sort, crates and things like that. So if anything, this was this was just one of the locations that the goods are sent to.
Okay.
But nothing would make you feel that they're processing that there at that location.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, playing a bunch of cards, acting like they didn't have anything better to do than play cards. It didn't look like they had much of a operation outside of in that area. So if the Ghost Rock went anywhere, I probably wasn't there first, at least not in its chunk form. So.
Yeah, well, I guess that means they're bringing stuff in and out of there. I don't know. Eddie's probably too smart. I mean, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he's probably too smart to keep something like that laying around his house. But we could always do it the old-fashioned way. A little stakeout. You got it, Silco. I've spent plenty of time sitting outside somebody's place waiting for them to come out.
Yeah, I catch a lot of people cheating on their significant others.
That you do. Sometimes, the stray cats pop up too. Get some of that lasagna.
Hello, Mr. Cross.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do not.
Okay.
You look across the room as the three of you sit there around the desk, and you see at the frosted window of your door at least two shadowy figures.
All right, get that shit off the table. Get that bottle put away. Could be the cops. I don't know who the hell's coming.
Well, does your door open inwards or outwards?
Opens in.
Okay, good.
So
I'm gonna
go
creep
ahead.
behind the door.
Okay. So before you do, as the three of you frantically work to, put stuff away and kind of prepare for this, how do you want to try and go about doing that?
Quietly?
Quick little dramatic task here.
Well, I'm thinking we pop the cork in the bottle.
Yeah, we got to get rid of the alcohol. Probably is the big one.
Toss it in the desk. Toss it in the desk drawer.
Yeah.
I guess there's a cup of alcohol still on the thing too. So yeah, it was just out the window, maybe.
I'll just take it and I will just down it. I'm like, I'll throw the handkerchief sort of like in the like same thing with the where the bottle went, and then I'm just gonna grab it. I'm just gonna just down it really quickly. Yeah. I mean, it's faster than a window.
All right, things took a turn. So, Owen, what is give me an argument for a skill that you want to utilize in this process of trying to clean up things before they come in.
All right. Since I feel like this is kind of an agile, how quickly can I react and grab it, pop the cork, and then in a desk drawer, kind of all in one motion. Make it kind of an athletics check.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you do straight agility? Do straight agility check
Sure.
too, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll allow that.
Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
All right. It's a D8. Oh.
And then Silco, think about yours as well. What you're kind of doing.
And I'm floating like a butterfly here on this one with a 15.
Oh wow. Okay.
Got an 8 and exploded to 7.
Awesome. Okay, so that is three hits there. Success and 2 raises. Okay, so good. Your target is you need I said 9. 2 goes 3. So you need eight successes between 2 rounds here. So you've got 3 of them. Pretty damn good. You're on a good track. So with this, all right, Silco, what are you doing to aid in this situation?
I think kind of seeing downing of the drink. There's a bit of panic there, but Silco's going to creep up behind the door. Maybe there's like a coat rack or something, and basically he's a little guy, and just kind of hide behind the coats.
Okay, stealth.
Yes,
Okay.
100%. I'm definitely going to spend a penny to re-roll because I rolled not great. I rolled a 5. It's fine, but not good. Oh my god, that's a 2. That's a 4 total.
So you got a success between your 2 rolls, you know, which is fine. That puts you on track for the round. You need at least 4 a round, and you're there. So, Dean, give me a vigor roll at -2.
Dang. Okay.
Forget the bennies and the +1.
That's true. I'm debating spending a penny. It's not bad, but it could be better. No, it's fine. 5.
Okay. You just throw that back, and it burns. It stings. You know, you've definitely been one to enjoy a fancy libation here and there, and but you know, you sip that, you enjoy it, you take it in. But just this stuff, while the taste isn't horrible, but just that heavy, you know, volume of it stings. And you get that sensation again, just ignites through your entire body, and it is very, very hard to keep down. And you just sit there and you're feeling your arms at your side and your fists just clenching, and just anger wells up inside you. And you do all you can to hold it down, and you're able to, for a moment, try and hold back. But as you drift in between this rage, this anger, and you come back to yourself, you realize you need to hold on to your wits as best as you can. It's probably a really bad idea.
I just, yeah.
Mr. Cross!
I'm just gonna look, we're gonna make direct eye contact with Silco, and then over to Dean. Like, what the fuck was that? Yeah. Come on in.
Door opens up, and you see 2 individuals come in. First one looks to be a little bit younger, late 20s, in a you know, quite a handsome gentleman. Trench coats, looks to be, you know, pretty clean shaven, and you know, probably new on the scene. But he definitely walks with quite a presence. The other individual behind him, just you know, again, hat, coat, looks a little bit older, but clearly you can see just kind of a backup, if you will. But he comes in, and he comes with a very friendly presence, a very welcoming and friendly presence. And he just kind of looks around, and he looks around the room, and he does come right immediately forward, arm out for a handshake, but also just kind of taking in the room as well. Says, Mr. Cross, I'm Agent Ness with the Prohibition Bureau. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Agent Ness. What can I do for you?
Well, I assume by my title you can understand the line of work that I'm in. But I've heard we got wind that some trouble around town, and just paying visits to some of the investigators like yourself to see if there's any leads you have, any information on what's going on. There's just, I mean, we have lots of trouble with the bootlegging and everything as it is, but it really seems that the families, the gangs are really starting to press each other. And it's getting a little bit above just running illegal booze. So, our dramatic task continues here. Your actual arguments, won't have a lot of weight, but it's just, from an RP stance, give your arguments and then let me know what you're doing. Persuasion, intimidation, etc., or something else. But again, you need 4 more successes in this to avoid any other consequences. Silco, you rolled a 5, right?
4 total.
Your first roll was a 5, right?
First roll, yeah, was a 5.
Okay, yeah, you can take the higher.
Oh, cool.
In a re-roll, yeah, you can take the best of the 2.
Nice.
Yeah, so. Yeah, go ahead, Owen, if you have something.
So basically, just kind of ended that they're doing more, saying they're doing more than just kind of bootleg operations.
Yeah, it's just kind of alluding that, like, things are, just kind of getting a little out of hand. Like, there's something, like, the tension is growing. Mm-hmm. Just a bit more than, things are not great to begin with, Not to say that it's not, but he seems to be alluding to something much more going on.
Okay. Looking at the skill list here just to see.
As you kind of like, take a moment to respond, he says, "Oh, pardon me," and turns to you, Dean, and puts out a hand as well. It says, "Elliot, Ness. Good to meet you, sir. You are?"
Name's Dean Whitfield. Pleasure to meet you as well.
Do you reciprocate the handshake?
I look at it, and then I kind of hold my hands up, and I go, I haven't washed my hands yet, and I just went to the restroom. I'm very sorry. I don't want to be impolite.
Usually you do that in there, but...
yeah,
okay,
I just forgot. I heard the knock on the door, and I just wanted to present myself.
Understandable. And and you behind the door there, you can come out.
Oh, sorry there. I got lost in the coats.
Oh, happens all the time.
Yeah, sorry. I'm Silco Sawyer. Are you trying to hire my cousin here, or just come to, I don't know, harass an upstanding citizen?
There's no harassment at all there, sir. Just here for some information, if whatever you may or may not have. That's all. These some fellow associates there, Mr. Cross, or clients?
Yeah, just a couple of clients doing a little work for them. Just met him this morning.
What kind of work?
This one's got an ex-husband that needs a looking after.
Yeah, it's kind of a private matter. It's a bit rude to ask about what I'm looking into.
And I'm his friend. We live together, so I felt compelled to come with.
Oh,
Platonically.
Okay. Yeah. So, any information, however, that's what I'm here for.
Trying to decide, do we want to give information or do we want to keep the information?
I ain't giving him shit.
What exactly what kind of information are you looking for? I don't know how much I can help you. I tend to stay out of all that nasty business involving laws and such with all of that. um
What do you do, Mr. Whitfield?
oh I'm a poet. Um I write poetry. That's what I do. That's all I do. Yeah.
I see. So, do you get about town very much?
Not often. I mean, I have gentlemen's clubs that I am a part of. I'm a proud affiliate of. That's about it. I go to bookstores. That's about it for me. Bit of a
Probably
homebody.
not much going through the ladder there, but you know, those gentlemen's clubs. You know, people like to socialize and talk. You ever heard any rumors or hearsay or any just strange things about happenings in the city?
I mean, I hear who.
I'm not here to pretend that you know, establishes like those may find a way around our restrictions, if you will. But we're not here to discuss that.
Right.
But that does heavily relate to the matter at hand. So, if there's any information that maybe you've heard, it'd be quite helpful.
I'm also debating giving this guy information at all.
You know, it'd be more helpful if you exactly told us what you're looking into instead of just assuming that we know.
Well, as I said, the families in town are at each other's throats a bit more than they have been. And
Oh, rich
feel
people
that,
stuff. Why do you think we give a fuck about rich people stuff? No offense, Dean.
No, it's okay. I sometimes don't give a damn about rich people stuff.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I wouldn't say that you do, but sometimes people hear things.
And yeah,
My concern is when some of us folks get caught up in what those others are doing. Become pawns, soldiers, victims. Because they feel that we're expendable. Y'all seem like quite fine individuals. I'd prefer not any of that to happen to you all.
Well, I certainly don't find myself to be expendable, if that's what you mean.
So anything you may know to help prevent that, that's all I'm after.
You know, I did hear around the gentleman's club the other night, a couple nights ago, someone was talking about an accident that had happened in the middle of a crossroads. I wasn't able to get all of it, but it did sound a little worrying. Something to involve a speakeasy around here. I'm not entirely sure, but they had found something. It was sort of chatter that I had heard as I was walking around. I was a little bit preoccupied with a friend of mine, so I was very aware of what was happening.
In any details about this accident, what was there? You know, I mean that happens, especially in this fucking weather.
Yeah,
But,
true.
yeah, what makes this one different?
It sounded like the cargo that they were carrying was a little suspicious. Like, I don't know, coal of some kind. That's all I really got. But everyone seemed very worried in the truck, and they were trying to pick it up very quickly. And everyone was sort of moving along, and I guess this person felt like they needed to keep going too, so they didn't look too much into the matter.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, good. Okay. The D10 for me, so it better roll well.
Very nice.
The D6 exploded. So that's a 11.
Okay. So that is 2 successes there for the round. You need 2 more. So very good. You see Ness look back and he's taking some notes, but he at the same time he's definitely looking at you with intent, and you can tell he's listening and intrigued by your story, and definitely takes some notes at certain points, mentioning the coal and kind of first furiously scribbles down on his notepad and different things like that. As well, as I said, oftentimes, some of those things don't really get reported, or it's more for the local authorities. But, could be some value there. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Of course.
Anything else?
I'm personally more interested in getting back to the thing that I've paid this here private investigator for.
Yeah, I mean, you hear stories, most of them you can't believe. Especially in my line of work, you don't. Half the job's figuring out what's worth following up on and what's complete bullshit. I'm sure the same thing for you there, Agent.
Yeah, a lot of that indeed.
I mean, I don't know where, but over card games and stuff with a couple of the guys I work with, or in the same line of work as me. It's mostly like almost like child ghost stories, talking about strange happenings in the night, strange creatures and things like that. Don't put too much stock in it myself, though.
Unless you have another argument, give me a performance check.
Oh, I'm completely unskilled, so let me see what else I can bring. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll go for it.
You better spend all your bennies if you don't.
Oh yeah, I'll use a Benny on that one. So do you still subtract the 2 from the wild die?
You never do the die. I don't think so.
Okay, well
We'll say no right now, but
okay, yeah, just I thought about that. That's a 4.
okay. So, all right, one more success there. And he just kind of looks at you, and you can tell that he's a little annoyed, but he assumes out of all of you, the PI probably should have had some information, but he swallows the information he's given and went on, and lastly turns again to you, Silco, and says, Nothing of note from you there.
No, I mostly take photographs and do fluff pieces on different government officials who are cheating on their spouses. And also cops. Potentially FBI, depending.
He squints his eyes a little bit when you mention that. So, persuasion, intimidation.
I'll do intimidation.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at that. Okay, that is a 6.
Okay. You see him, he softens a little bit. He looks and he gives this really this squinted look at that when you kind of call out specifically FBI. That seems to kind of trigger a little bit. I would say, Owen, you'd be very familiar with the Prohibition Bureau. They're not directly associated with the FBI, but definitely another agency, maybe of a similar level. Maybe not full, but in a local standpoint. But yeah, so that definitely seems to kind of get to him, and then he just pulls back, and his kind of hard expression softens, and he gives a little bit of a smirk and says, "Well, I appreciate all of your time," and pulls out a business card and hands it over to you, Owen. And give me a call if you do come across anything. And like I said, we gotta look out for each other, and I think there's a storm coming, bigger than what's already here.
Certainly will do that. If we see anything, or if I hear anything more, I'll be sure to give you a ring.
The individual with him takes leave first, and Elliot then turns, nodding his head to each of you as he leaves as well, closing the door behind himself, and then makes his way out. I totally forgot to do this because it would have been so much better, but Dean, go ahead and make another vigor roll, again at a -2.
As they're walking out.
That's 6 exploded.
Nice.
That's a 1. So that's a 7 minus 2, 5.
Okay. As they leave, and maybe this rush of like the anxiety or just like the stress of the situation tries to quickly release from you, that anger and tension comes back that you felt before, and it flexes through yourself, and it just pushes at you, and it almost like calls to you, just release, let it go. Like you just, what could happen if you just give in to it? But you feel that you probably shouldn't do that. You think you could, if you want to. But you feel you've got enough ability to manage it right now, so.
Okay.
You okay, Dean? Like,
I'm
you
fine.
completely finished that glass way too fast.
That's the quickest I've ever drinking something. Even water. I've never drinking water that quick in my entire life. I don't know where that came from. I just kind of got a little scared.
You okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh my god.
What the hell were you?
We're all
What the
good.
hell were you thinking drinking that? I mean, there's a
Well,
window, there's a trash can.
The
of all
window
places-
wasn't open. The trash can, they'd still be in there sloshing around. I just figured, I panicked, okay? I just wasn't thinking. It's fine. I'm okay now.
Well, if you start sprouting a bird head or something of that
Weasel?
nature, yeah, it might be a goddamn
Does my
weasel.
nose look okay? I'm not turning it. I don't have a beak yet, do I?
Oh god, you do. No. you're
What?
fine.
You can't do that to me. You can't do that, Silco.
Look, you gave me a heart attack. I'm gonna give you one too.
What? It's fine. I'm fine. We're all good.
Oh, glad that fucking cop's gone.
Me too. That's the first time I've ever lied to somebody about something. I have to be honest.
Cops don't deserve our honesty. Come on.
They're doing right. They're looking into this. Clearly.
Who says they're looking into it? They could be lying.
Well,
They
what
usually
else
are.
would they be coming here for?
To harass us? Sent by Eddie?
Yeah, I don't know. That's real suspicious timing. As soon as we leave the place, these guys show up, asking about what we know.
Owen, give me a common knowledge roll.
Alright. Oh, okay. How many times can this thing explode?
Dang.
It stops at 2 raises, right?
Well, pretty much one raise for what?
All right, well, a 20,
Yeah.
21, 3 6s and a 3.
Jeez.
I mean, after the first raise, it's kind of like, this guy just wasted him at that point.
So, you are very familiar with the Prohibition Bureau. Definitely a legit organization. And then I would say that you've heard of this up-and-comer. You've heard of Elliot. You know, this recent graduate of University of Chicago, but he just has hit the ground running in his role as an agent for the Bureau. And, you know, just given your line of work and rubbing elbows with here and there, you've heard his name. And seems that he's made some ground in going after some of the, you know, some of the capos in the city.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the name, Agent Ness. Seems like he's making a lot of the criminal element a little uneasy. No, not making many friends, but I've never talked to him until just now, so I'm not sure if I completely trust him. Again, the timing's a little convenient, but you know, we got his number though, so I guess if we do find something more concrete about what's going on back at speakeasy, maybe we do give him a ring if we need a little assistance.
I mean, if you think that he's, you know, I don't know, upsetting the criminals, why would he be working with them? That doesn't seem to add up to me.
Could be all big ploy.
I don't know.
You gotta, there's all kinds of ways to take out the competition.
Exactly. Be posing as best boy when doing the dirty work for your own organization. Putting yourself on top.
I don't know. I think he's still just really looking into something. We just happen to be at the wrong place in the wrong time.
There ain't no such thing as coincidences.
Okay. Well, I feel a little uneasy now that he's sort of looked into this. I don't know if we should really be going anywhere. I mean, what if he's following us? I don't know.
Well, my rates are the same if I'm behind the desk or out on the street, so
Right.
I'm
Well,
fine
your
either
rates
way.
have tripled now, so I mean, really, it should make you more motivated, right, to keep doing this?
Like I said, if we want to go and stake out the place, see what comes and goes out of there, we can take a little trip.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, if we see something more of note that we want to share with the Agent Ness there, we can always give him a call.
I guess. Should we wait for nightfall? Or find a good stakeout spot now?
I mean, I guess what time of day is it now?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably evening. So you know, maybe you know, have Silco and Dean came over maybe late morning, talked a bit, you know, went and investigated the scene, and then headed over afternoon to the speakeasy, deal with that. You know, you stopped and got some medical attention after that, and then yeah, so you're definitely in the evening ish.
Okay.
What if we just, I don't know, if they were carting stuff already this first couple nights ago, maybe they needed another haul of stuff. Maybe we can find the truck and follow after it.
Yeah, you said that it got into a pretty big accident.
Yeah. I mean,
Was it
big. Eh.
I'm wondering, can I spend a Benny to maybe know a mechanic of sorts nearby?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. What is your mechanic's name?
Yeah, my buddy Johnny Styles. He's a mechanic down here nearby, a few blocks away.
Johnny Styles.
Yeah, Johnny Styles. Used to run used to be running some bows before, but makes better money and legal money as a mechanic.
Good for him. I don't know if the crash would have warranted them to go need to do something with the vehicle, but I mean, it's worth a shot.
Maybe. What are you thinking, Owen?
We can start with your pal there, Johnny. See if he seen any big delivery trucks come in with any kind of damage or needing the brakes fixed after a little accident, and go from there. Can't find out anything. I say we go hang out around the speakeasy, see who shows up, or more importantly, maybe who leaves.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
You gonna be okay there, Dean?
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, I kind of have a bit of a headache, but I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah.
All
The
right.
anger has subsided, weirdly enough.
That's good.
Yeah,
Maybe grab a glass of water on your way out.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
You definitely have that haze of a few drinks. A good strong buzz, if you will, but the additional effects, as you said, yeah, seem to be under control.
I will drink at least like 2 glasses of water before we go.
If anything, it does help just kind of rehydrate as you need. So you head off, potentially still at an hour that will catch Johnny at his shop. Back out into the rain and head that way. Small and assuming place, few vehicles sitting out front, waiting for their own repairs. There's just a single stall garage that does have the large bay door down, and a small adjoining office nearby. And looks like there is a dim light on in that. The shop doesn't have any lights on, but the office side seems to.
I will approach kind of the office, giving it a quick few raps on the door and saying, "Johnny, it's Silco."
You just hear this voice call out for you to come in, and step in, and you see. Tell me what Johnny looks like.
I know I described the bartender. I don't know if anyone else
Somebody
wants to
else?
describe
Yeah,
Johnny.
We can do this. Dean or Owen? Dean, go ahead and describe Johnny.
Johnny. A very burly, muscly guy who very much just like looks like he lives in his mechanic gear 24/7. He has just oil just caked into his skin at this point. But he has a very nice, very thick sort of beard going on, and a very I don't know, just a very basic 20s looking sort of hairstyle that's sort of slicked back with grease or sweat, who knows. But yeah, he is just has a very kind voice, and it seems like he knows what he's talking about all the time. So
As you all enter in, and you see him, he does a quick scan of the individuals coming in, but Owen and Dean, you probably do catch this lingering in his eyes towards Silco. What's this? Silco.
Hey, Johnny, how's
It's
it
been
going?
a while.
I know. I'm sorry. I said I'd visit before. It's been a bit of a time recently. What are you doing?
Well, just bookkeeping. Least favorite part.
Yeah, it's the pets, isn't it? Oh, this is my cousin Owen, my friend Dean.
Pleasure.
He like brings up a hand and does like an air shake because you can see that it's still kind of greasy and whatnot. Something he probably does often. He says, "Pleasure to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you too, Johnny.
What can I do for you?"
Well, I'd like to say this is more of a stop by pleasure visit, but we're actually
Little smirk over his face.
I'm actually looking into something currently.
You're always looking into something.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Usually
it's
trouble.
It's just more fun getting into trouble.
Is it?
Yeah, of course. It's exciting, adrenaline. But I'm not the one with the description. We're looking for maybe a truck of sorts that got into a bit of an accident and it was able to be driven away. But if you ever fix one up, I look towards Dean and say, hey, you remember the description, right?
Yeah. Nondescript. White, right? Or no, it was a darker colored van, truck of sorts. I can't give much information because I didn't see it fully, and there was no discernible markers on it. But I will try to relate what it vaguely looked like, and then I will also say who I saw that was in the vehicle as well, if that helps.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you give that spiel, and you see that Johnny just takes that in, and you can see him thinking about that. He says, no, I haven't really had any, work vehicles like that. Just mostly passenger vehicles I get in here. No.
Owen, do you mind describing Eddie for a moment? Maybe a guy has come in who's, if everyone would describe, who's had a car that's needed repair.
I'm trying to remember if we described Eddie already once before.
No, I don't think so.
No,
So,
Owen, what does that he look like?
There you go.
Okay, well, I was just making sure, like, if I make something up, it's completely the opposite of what we had established.
Nope, I don't think
Previously.
we have. So
Okay, yeah. Eddie, kind of a wiry guy. About 6 foot tall, kind of thin. Walks with a bit of a limp though. Got into one too many bar fights. A guy cracked a stool over his knee. Hasn't walked right since. Has a little mustache, black hair. Usually wears it slicked back. Tries to dress nice. Makes himself feel important, but he ain't that important.
I understand that. I'll try and look important when we can. Doesn't ring a bell though. Can't say I've seen anyone of that description though. So.
And with you ain't seen anybody with a weasel for a head, have you? I'll just kind of laugh.
He just looks at first like, wait, are you serious?
You ever seen like an abomination in here before or something?
I'll just gauge his reaction. If he
Yeah,
didn't,
there's been some vehicles in here, all right, but
Oh, I meant of the like humanoid sort.
no, can't say I have.
We were looking for Silco's ex-husband, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that too far, Silco?
No, I mean it's valid. It's
Yeah.
valid. I'm actually looking for
I'll
him.
tell him. He looks at you, Dean, and he says, in reply, he just says, I tell him he doesn't need to look anymore.
Oh.
But I think it's something to do with all the grease and dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little cleaning up that needs to happen. Yeah.
I mean, this place looks pretty nice. I feel like whatever that is, it just went completely over Silco's head. Like, completely and utterly. It looks fine.
That's all right. I've seen better mechanic shops.
I mean, this is a pretty good mechanic
No,
shop.
I was kidding. I was kidding. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
damn.
does everything go over your head?
Look, I'm like 5'3". I'm short sometimes, okay? Got little arms.
I'm gonna like lean in closer to Johnny, and I'm like, "He'll get it eventually. I'll try to. I'll make him see."
I'm sorry I'm not much more help, though.
No, it's okay, Johnny. It was,
Don't think nothing of it, Johnny. Appreciate the conversation. If you hear of anything, let us know.
Yeah, and hey, Silco's a good friend. Just a friend, I guess. But if you come by, and I'll take care of you with your you got a vehicle yourself.
Yeah, I can always use a reliable mechanic, so I'll be sure to bring it by.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I was gonna offer. I don't worry about it. Never mind. On to the next place.
yeah, we're gonna go get some sandwiches. And maybe with steak. We'll see. I'll see you later there, Johnny. Without a car, though. Just walking. Because cars are expensive.
Do you want my bike?
That
You
they
could
are.
use my little bicycle.
Oh, yeah, I'd actually really like a little bicycle. That'd be nice.
Yeah. It's just sitting in the foyer at home.
I know. There's so much things in the foyer. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, I know there are. I've been meaning to clean. I don't need you to tell me.
Johnny's
No,
looking
I'll
at
clean
Owen
it
as
up.
this conversation's going on, just like,
Is
this all the
has been
time?
this has been my whole fucking day, buddy.
this gives you a look of like, I'm sorry. So you head off from Johnny Styles Auto Shop. Where to from here?
I bought sandwiches so we can have a good stakeout.
Sure. We'll go grab some sandwiches.
Yeah, we'll go
Because I'm hungry.
we'll grab some Italian beef sausage or sandwiches here in Chicago. Go to Portillo's.
There you
I
go.
mean, if you like Italian beef sausage, go for it, Owen.
Oh,
Wow.
I see.
It's stopping you. I encourage it.
Well, you got there's a lot of different sandwiches in Chicago.
Quite a few, unfortunately. I just feel like going back to the same one most of the time.
So we can all agree that Johnny flustered us at least all a little bit because I was a little flustered in there. Silco, I think you gotta
Huh?
start making moves.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Johnny likes you, isn't into you.
But I'm divorced.
So when's that ever
Oh,
stops?
Would it be easier if you were still
Married?
married?
No!
It's
I
easier
mean-
if you're divorced.
Johnny's too hot. Johnny's got a stable job.
Johnny is caked with grease. I don't think that
So?
you have any worries. Also, if he has a stable job, that means you can get the hell out of my place and move into his.
That's really
No offense.
fast.
I really appreciate
Mhm.
thank you for filling up some space in the void that is my space. But
Yeah, no, fill the void in your life. I know.
yeah. Stop. Okay.
Very lonely.
It's not that lonely, thank you. Okay, it's like a little lonely. Okay, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
I do
But
this
I'm
for
just
your
saying.
sake.
I'm starting to miss loneliness as the minutes tick by.
Sorry, but not really.
Oh, Silco, ever since you moved back to the city, things ain't been the same.
No. I try to mess things up wherever I go. That's what my ex used to tell me.
So yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
get
that's
some-
not great. Let's get
let's get some grub and
Yeah. Sausage and then we can go
head back
stake out.
head back to the speakeasy.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
So you go and you find some sandwiches, whatever you're after, Italian beef or otherwise. You know, did they have the classic Chicago-style hot dogs back in 1927?
And it was like,
perhaps?
do they have the chili cheese like hot dogs
Can I get a
there?
chili
I don't
cheese
know
Chicago,
if
no,
that's a thing.
Chicago is with like the sesame seed bun with the
Relish, yeah.
pickles and all the
Oh, yeah.
It's like a
Relish,
salad
onions,
on a bun.
Interesting. Never heard of that. Deep dish
So,
pizza?
very deep, yes. Yep. Yeah. You go get some grub and head back. Taking Owen, taking your vehicle, I assume.
Yeah, we'll take the old car.
Okay. So, and are you going to the Blind Pig specifically? To
Yeah,
check that
so-
out.
Yeah, so probably park down the street from it, so we can kind of keep an eye on both sides.
Okay. Taking any time to wait to do so? You know, going out later at night or?
More of a late night stakeout.
Yeah, I mean, kind of wait till later in the evening.
We all have like flashlights and stuff, right?
We
got
got flash photography, but that's really obvious.
Okay.
I've got a flashlight and a lighter, so we can poke around in the dark if we need to see something.
Perfect. I don't have a flashlight, so maybe it's better that I don't see anything, whatever it is that we find. So
I hand you my lighter. Here.
thanks.
All right. Well, you head across town and pull down the street there from the speakeasy and basically set up to wait. So go ahead and give me stealth checks all around.
Ooh. Love it. That's a 6.
I'm gonna spend a Benny. My own. I have one Benny in my own left.
It's 5 for me.
Okay.
4 on my D6.
Okay. Shoo. You pull up and, maybe sink down in the seat a little bit and just kind of keep a lookout watching. You said you're just watching like the front entrance, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is it
Would it be better to sort
mean,
of
do you
go towards
go-
the back?
Yeah, I mean, do you go down an alleyway? I'm trying to remember if we described what the building looked like.
Yeah, that would make way more sense. So it is a little bit more back alley. You could get a single vehicle down that alley if you wanted. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess what I'm thinking is, if the alley is this way, maybe kind of park on the street perpendicular to it, so we can kind of just look down the
Actually,
alley.
I'm gonna go back. It's more like it is on a because the front is very unassuming. It does have that like bright sign that has the number 11, which turns out to be the pig nose. Because especially with Dean looking in the back, there's likely a back exit, and that would be to a likely alleyway. So
Okay, yeah, so kind of parks where we can watch that alleyway, thinking if they're gonna.
so you want to kind of go around to the alleyway.
Yeah, so if they're gonna
Okay.
if they're gonna bring anything in and out, probably to the back room, not right out the front.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to do that, definitely. Okay. What everyone have on rolls?
6.
4.
5.
Okay. All right. There's not much traffic around these parts. You do park and sit there and just kind of keep watch and wait. And eventually, a bit later, you do see a little bit more of like a hatchback vehicle, station wagon-esque, not a full like van or truck, but it does pull up and pull there down the alleyway, and stop. You do notice that some individuals step outside and go to the back of the vehicle, open up the doors, and seem to be pulling some things out. Go ahead and make notice checks. It's down a ways in the alley.
Four.
Spending my last penny. Personal penny. Oh, nice. I exploded on my D8. 13.
Very nice.
Eh.
6 for me.
Okay. So Silco and Owen, you're keeping watch here, and it's just these back doors of the vehicle have swung out, so it really obstructs the view. You can kind of make out that they're unloading something, and they looks like they throw it on a dolly, and are wheeling something into the back, just like stacked box crate. It's really tough to tell any details. Just generic, could be anything. But Dean, you just you've got a good eye down there, and you catch when one of them is bringing one out. You just notice that the top of it is a little bit exposed, and it's this crate, and you can see that it's bottles. So they're definitely bringing in crates of some sorts of bottles.
Hey, I think this is the people doing the sort of what do you call it? Delivering back and forth, not of the rock, but of the bottles once the rock has been put in them. So wherever they go back to, maybe we follow them?
Yeah.
What do you think, Owen?
If we want to find where this is coming from and who might be putting it in the bottle, that's a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it easy, Silco. Don't get too excited. Go in there with that camera.
Yeah,
Start taking pictures of everything.
Yeah, don't start flashing. But
I'll turn off the flash. It's fine.
You're not gonna get any photos.
Okay, true. Yeah, valid.
So just don't take photos.
Fine.
Just this once.
I will. I just write things down.
Yeah, perfect. Be a true reporter. I'm
What are you
kidding.
saying? Maybe you
We,
should try being a true poet then.
Dean just ooh. Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to be a true poet.
Trying.
All right, if you
You
two
have to
are,
put up with this all the time.
I try not to. Sounds like you're dealing with it more often than I am these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be thanking Dean for taking this on.
Yeah, as soon as this vehicle leaves, we'll keep our distance, but see where it heads.
So you are able to, after one or two more runs of their delivery, they come back in, close up, hop in, and it's really they just right to business. There's no, you don't see any other interactions with anybody. These individuals unload and hop back in and pull off. So they are pulling. They're coming at you now, though. So they're coming down the alley because they pulled in from like the far end, pulled in, and now they're gonna come towards you all, and then go around and then turn out of that. So go ahead and make another set of stealth checks.
Ooh.
Heading right towards us was not what I was looking for.
Oh, crap.
Can I spend a group Benny? I didn't roll really well at all.
Got a 10.
12.
2,
What was your first roll?
a 1, and a 1.
You got a crit fail?
Mhm.
You can't
my first one.
you can't Benny those.
Oh, I can't.
Oh yeah, we haven't actually.
You got,
talked
think I might
you
have
gotta
to
call
mention
those
that.
out.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I'm
It's all
so
right.
sorry. Okay, I crit failed on the first one then.
All right, so the vehicle comes down the alleyway, and it's dark, it's rainy, the headlights are just shining, and Owen, you just immediately you drop down and kind of like push down Silco as well, and Dean, you just for some reason you're just caught up in the moment or something, and you're just there, and you just like you look down the alleyway, and it's just deer and headlights, Dean and headlights. And then you do try to like drop down and get out of the way, but not until you can hear like this yell out, this, "Hey!"
What happened?
And the vehicle just like sits there,
They
and
saw
then
me.
you hear the sound of a door close. Two doors close.
Owen, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. What?
Well, I'm down underneath, below the window line. I'm just gonna try to turn the ignition on the car.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you'd be able to do that.
All right.
Wait, I don't.
What?
Hey,
What if I just stepped outside? And
Who's-
then you guys can follow.
who's
me?
in there?
Oh, you kidnapped?
I'm gonna open up the door.
Oh, fuck.
And I will step outside and I'll be like, gosh, I'm so sorry.
Two men stand before you, both with pistols raised up towards you.
Sorry, I had a friend who told me to meet him outside the speakeasy. I forget what the name of it was called.
Owen hit him with your car.
It was called the
There's no speakeasy around
quiet.
here.
It was called the
mister.
Quiet Cat. Do you know the Quiet Cat?
Hit him with your car, Owen. Run him over.
Who else is in there? And
No.
the other one comes up and like takes the butt of the pistol and is like rapping on the door window.
You can probably see us now. We're
Yeah.
standing by the window. I'll pop up. Oh, hello there. This isn't the right place. Just dropping this one off. Did you give me the wrong directions?
Oh, yeah. Real drunk. Guess I gave you the wrong directions.
Yeah. Oh, maybe this is. I told you we were meeting at a different. Sorry. Sometimes.
I'm pretty bad with directions.
Give
I'm
me
sorry.
a persuasion check there, Dean.
Ooh.
At a
No.
no straight.
Minimum?
You're fine.
Okay. Where's my detail? Okay. 5.
Okay. He just kind of leans in and says, "You're clearly lost.
Obviously, you're right. I'm so sorry.
So- You probably need to just move on along."
You're right. Absolutely. Me and my buddies will get back in the car. We'll go find the actual speakeasy we're supposed to go to, and have a really good night. Otherwise,
Let me give you a piece of advice, friend. Not that there's any around here, or that I know about any. But it's best to not just go asking about speakeasies out in public.
Sorry, I'm new to this. I could talk my way with the money that I have. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't have much. I'm but a poor.
Well, any
Stupid
little bit
writer.
helps, you know, a little charity. What do you say there, Smitty? He looks over at the other. Maybe a little, toll?
Well, I mean, you know, I don't see any trolls around, so I don't know if a toll is really what is needed. So, I don't have any money on me. I'm sorry. Do you want my I have a very expensive book. You could have that.
Smitty just kind of looks at you and he's just like, I don't do much reading.
Clearly. I'll put it back.
Let's go, Frankie. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We'll leave. We won't. I don't even know who you are. Who was it? Smith? I don't remember.
Get in the fucking car.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna get in the car.
Get in here, Johnson.
As you step back in, the other two just kind of stand there and wait for you to leave.
Drive, please.
Go, 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 go.
All right, yeah, I'll pull down the street and hang a right.
Okay. So as you do turn, you know, you head off, and you know, the other two stand there in the rain in the headlights, just eyeing the car the entire way until it's out of view. Where to from there?
We gotta turn around. Right, we gotta go back and turn around and see if we can find them again.
I mean, maybe, or maybe because the stakeout didn't work. How late are speakeasies usually open to, or how early in the morning do they close?
Is that a question for me or
I think this is a general.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
been
they
to
probably
one.
keep late hours.
Yeah, they're probably. Well, we hours in the morning. I don't know. People like to drink for a very long time, and then you know, take 2 hours of sleep and then go to their day job. That's like a thing, right?
Could we break in
To
like
the-
the wee hours of the morning? I
to
don't know.
the
Maybe they got
blind.
books.
To the blind pig.
Yeah,
Right now.
right now, but like we stay up. Look, I'm spitballing because we can't go follow them.
We can't.
I don't
mean,
know.
we can. I mean, we can if we keep our
Try.
distance.
All right. Puts a hand on Owen's shoulder. You got this, cousin.
Yeah, so we'll try and turn around and head back down the cross street. I guess we turned on and see if we can pick up the taillights of the truck, maybe still, and which direction it's heading.
Okay. Yeah, so you do come around. Go ahead and give me notice checks.
Seven.
My D6, the 6 exploded, so that's 8 for me.
9
Nice.
for me.
Okay, so a couple raises there. You are able, as you come around that corner, you do see what looks like, you know, that kind of shorter looking, almost station wagon-esque vehicle that definitely sticks out to you in the rain. So you're very confident you see that up ahead. Does happen to be one other car that, you know, is kind of in between the two of you as well. Double lane street that you're on. You know, one way, but 2 lanes.
Just follow it pretty closely, but not too close, okay?
I've done this a time or two. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So, Owen, give me a stealth roll as you hope to keep your distance.
Pity that.
Okay. So you feel mostly confident that, you're just kind of staying behind and, keeping distant, following along. They stay on this main, through fair for a while, going further south into the city, south of the city. Eventually, they do turn off into some side streets. And you do make that turn as well, and you do see that shortly after they make another turn, and you realize that now there might be a little bit of catch-up if you want to stay on their tail, because they might get into a little bit of a maze of streets and try to stay on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Owen, can you kill your lights? Stop them from...
I can, yeah, are there street lights? So is there a full moon? Is there enough light to be able to see if I do turn the headlights off?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Can I spend a penny to have it be some light?
A little bit. I'll say there's a little bit of some street lights. Yeah, you're going into a little bit of like a warehouse area,
like a more of a industrial kind of a thing.
Yeah, industrial. Yeah. So there's not a ton. Like every once in a while, one of the buildings will have something that gives a little bit, but it's pretty, especially with the rain. It's definitely would be a little challenging otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So we'll speed up a little bit, I guess, to kind of keep an idea of what kind of direction they're heading here in these back alleys.
Okay, so you head, you do increase a little bit to try and get behind. Turning the lights off, helps keep your distance, or keep, under the radar, hopefully. But it does make it a little bit harder to see yourself. So go ahead and give me a, you have driving?
No. Didn't think about that.
I don't have a license.
So, give me...
How does this thing turn on again?
Can I notice hazards in the road?
Giant pothole. Cuckoo.
Tires blown.
I'll say...
It's like our cover.
Stealth at -2.
Okay. Well, they're both gonna explode. It'll be a 5.
Okay. So again, you crit fail. You feel super confident that you're pulling up behind this vehicle. You see them, they make a few turns here or there, but eventually it looks like they get to their destination as they slow down, come to a stop, and then a bay door opens up, or two doors open up, and then they drive in. This nondescript building, but yeah, the car pulls inside, and then it shuts behind them.
Do we want to follow on foot?
Yeah, maybe that's good. Maybe we can find a side door or something to sneak into. Maybe a window.
Yeah. Is there yeah, let's go get close to the building, see if we can find a window. I don't know, is it like a 1-story?
It's tall.
Is there like
it's taller, but you don't really, there's like the vented windows at the top.
Okay, so I wonder like maybe a fire escape or something, maybe too, that would take us to the roof, or...
It's got a little slant, so it's not really not a usable roof in that regard. So it's probably just a tall building, because inside they probably have tall equipment, so they wouldn't necessarily have a second floor or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll park the car, half a block down, at a safe distance, and go on foot, see if we can get closer, maybe take a peek inside.
Okay. Go ahead and give notice checks to just kind of scope out the place, see what
The
5.
11.
Very nice. Okay. You see, Owen. You see, you've got obviously that entrance they went to. There's a small little regular door next to that, and then around the side, you do see another door there. That would be an entranceway in as well. Otherwise, there's not really much else to get into. No windows other than those ones at the very top that are just like, a few of them are open for venting, but that's about it.
We could try the door that they came through. Is that a bad idea? That seems like a very bad idea.
Maybe if we listen to the door and see if anyone's on the other side. Or we stack on top of each other's shoulders and peep in a window or something.
That seems dangerous.
More dangerous than what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing here. I just,
Gathering evidence.
I know, but like, now I feel like we're in like sort of the heart of danger now at this point.
Yeah. I'd just rather push that out of my mind. It's easier.
Okay, well, I can't push that out of my mind, so.
Don't worry. I'm a professional here. Know what I'm doing.
You were saving a cat when I came by. No offense to you, but is that like what you normally, like, I'm paying you really well. I need you to be like, you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah, of course I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
The lost cat's just, whatever work comes across my desk. If it pays, I'll take a look at it.
Okay, sure. I'm sure you know the lady very well, and that's why you're kindly helping her out. Okay. Well, PI, do you got any ideas?
So you said the only windows were the
Way
higher,
at the top. Yeah,
the higher
way
up
at the
ones.
top. Yep.
There's really no way to get up to them.
Not that you see. No, there's no scaffolding or any ladders built in. No. Just got back door and then side doors.
Okay.
We could split up, you know?
Oh, that's usually not a good idea.
Oh.
So we saw him come in the front bay door sort of thing. Yeah, let's just go to one of the little side doors and see if it happens to be unlocked.
Yeah, let's try.
Quietly do that.
So yeah, you do head over there and checking the door. It does seem to be unlocked.
I'm gonna listen at the door first, see if I hear anything on the other side.
Okay, give me a notice check.
Oh, that is a 5. A 5.
Okay. You listen in and, the rain, you're trying to listen through the wall. You can hear like a static hum, something, maybe machinery or something. But that's it. You don't really hear voices.
It just sounds like, machines. No talking though. Maybe we take a little peep, see what we see.
Okay.
We can take a look. Just remember, don't try to be a hero or nothing when you get in there. If things start turning sideways, we get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Of course, Owen.
And you, Dean, just run for it. Don't be hiding behind shit again this time.
Well, it worked just fine the last time.
While I was out there taking a beating, you were peeking through the curtain looking at the card game with the bird and the weasel.
Oh, well, I figured out the fact that we needed to come here. Come on, I was trying to get information.
That's fine. Owen and I will do the heavy lifting.
Fine.
I guess,
okay.
yeah, with that, we'll slowly kind of crack the door open, see if we can peek inside and see if there's anything there immediately.
Okay. If you're doing that, Owen, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh.
5.
Okay.
It's a lot of dice rolls.
Quietly and as still as you can, you slowly open up that door. And immediately the sound of just some kind of operation machinery, not real loud, not complex, but there's something going on in there. You hear maybe like some bubbling and hissing and other things like that. There's very dim light in the room as well. And you go in and you're pulling the door open, but unfortunately there's a moment where it lets out quite a rusty squeal. Hey! Who's there?
Oh, fuck. Should we scram?
I think hiding is a good idea now.
I think that's a good idea, too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide behind this machine. And
You can hear some footsteps come towards you. You're not inside yet. I think Dean or Owen just opened that. So I don't know if Dean and Silco, you're kind of like against the outside wall.
Yeah, and was there any stuff out here in the alleyway? Dumpsters, trash cans, anything to hide behind?
yeah. Bush.
Yeah, I'd say there's, garbage.
Yeah, so let's make a beeline for the first set of crap we can hide behind.
Okay. So yeah, you just head over and go and hopefully cover up. So go ahead, everyone, make stealth checks.
Oh, we're so dead.
I'm so screwed off this.
Got a
8.
7. Oh, I'm gonna spend one of our plus ones that we have,
Okay.
making an 8.
Nice. I got a 4.
Okay. 4, 8, and Owen.
8.
8. Okay. All right. So, Owen, you find this kind of dumpster, and you're able to get down in and throw some of the boxes over and feel pretty covered up. Silco, same thing. And Dean, you go to disguise yourself in some of this rubbish, and it puts you off. Like, to be dirty like this is just not something you want, and it takes time for you to deal with this, but then you just don't get down as much as you think, and then all of a sudden you see, like, as you're hunkered down, the beam of a flashlight swings by over towards you. And you just hear this voice call out. You also know that there's something a little weird about the voice too. It's a little like not raspy, almost just like tinge of a slither to it or something, but it just calls out and it just, hey, who's there? You, who's there?
I'm gonna turn my head a little just to see if he's like looking right at me.
So you turn and the flashlight hits and it's blinding as the light just shines right in your eye. And then they kind of put the light down a little bit so it's not directly in your eye. But just a little bit as the little bit of glow back from the flashlight, it shines up on this individual, and you just see this kind of like obnoxious bright yellow pinstripe suit that this individual is wearing. This tall, scrawny individual, you can tell. But then at the top, you do notice one of those weird, this one being a rat-faced individual, just looks your way. What are you doing there?
Sorry, I'm gonna try and like slur my words. I was just looking for a place to sleep for the night. sorry. Just let me go back to sleep. Sorry. I'm gonna try very painstakingly try to push myself further into whatever it is that I'm like in.
All right, let's do. Give me a performance roll at -2
Oh.
for the discomfort.
I'm gonna spend a group Benny.
Okay.
That is literally no. 4.
You sink down and.
Oh, I apologize. It is 4 originally, -2. So
Oh, right. So.
2.
Okay. Yeah, you do try and sink down, and in the combination of there's just not materials here, and you just kind of are exposed there, and the individual just yells out again, and it says, "Get out of here!"
Yeah, okay, yeah, you got it. I'm gonna sort of try and scramble out, stumble a little to make it look like I'm sort of all over the place, and then I'm just gonna start making my way back to sort of through the alley, I guess, but the opposite way of where the car was.
Okay.
I think.
You head off. Owen and Silco, as you just, mostly listening. You can't really see anything. But you just hear and you wait and wait and wait. And then you eventually do hear a door close. That likely that individual has retreated back into the facility.
After I hear the door shut, I'm gonna give it another minute though, before I actually move. Think to myself, I've done that trick before. Shut the door, make them think you're gone when you're just standing there. So after a minute or so has passed, I'll peek out from underneath the boxes I'm underneath and see if the coast is clear.
Yeah, don't see anybody else there. Door's closed, and
All right, I'll get myself out of the pile of stuff and look around for Silco.
Emerge from underneath my box. Hey, that wasn't great.
No, yeah. Next time we don't use the side door, I guess. Unless we
Use the
bring a
front door?
little grease to. Maybe you can swing by, talk to Johnny. Seemed to have plenty of grease to spare.
Hey, I mean, we know where it is now. We can come back another day, maybe.
It definitely seems like they got some kind of operation going in there. Did you looking around? Did you see where the hell Dean went?
No, I just heard walking a lot. Oh, we gotta find Dean. Okay.
Oh.
I'll go left, you go right.
All right, yeah. It's if you find him, meet back at the car.
Sounds good. Need there in 5, just in case.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
so you head out, and you're able to find each other, and not too difficult to reconnect. Find your counterpart. Dean is just, kind of walking along some alley as well amongst themselves. So, but we meet back up in the car, and from here, just call it a night. Head back.
Yeah, I think that's enough excitement for the night. Head back to the office. Just make a note of where this place is.
Yeah, it's a good thing we kind of know where it is. Maybe it'd be better to look at it in daylight. Maybe they work night hours.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you head back. Something else, Owen?
Oh, I was gonna ask Dean. So what? I didn't see what the hell happened. Who was it that came out?
It was a rat person. It was one of those like skin creatures again. He had a rat face and wearing the ugliest pinstripe suit I have ever seen. It was bright yellow.
You sure it wasn't Eddie?
Oh. Maybe.
Nah, I mean, he's ugly, but I don't think he's got a rat face.
I don't know about I don't know. Was it Eddie?
Now he's just a rat.
That's true.
So when you head back, drop off Dean and Silco at their place, head back to the office yourself, and then back to your residence for the evening, and just take in everything that's happened throughout the day, and begin thinking about where to go from here. There's something going on, and
Yeah, man, I think this is kind of the first downtime I've had since this kind of all started. So, yeah, I want to get back to the office, pull out a fresh notepad, start just taking some notes on everything that's been going on. The church on Sunday, blind pig, Eddie, kind of again just kind of making notes about everything to see if eventually stuff starts to piece together.
you work at that maybe a lot longer in the night than you think you should. Cross town, Dean and Silco, as you head back in and both probably clean up. Dean, I'm sure, for sure, right to the bath after rummaging through the trash.
Sorry, I really gotta go change. That was disgusting.
No, it's fine. I got some business to take care of downstairs.
Great. I need to log in the fact that I owe I owe Owen a lot of money now. So.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. I gotta go put it in the logbook. So I'm gonna just brush off, and we can have. If you're still up, maybe we can have tea later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know it's late, but maybe that. Yeah.
I got some. I'm gonna develop those photos that I've took today.
Okay. Well,
See it comes
good luck.
out.
You've been back at your
Thanks.
place a little bit and are kind of exchanging, just having this discussion and whatnot, and the phone rings. Dean, your phone.
One moment. Sorry. I will go to it, and I will pick it up. Hello. This is the Whitfield residence.
And there's a little bit. Give me a notice check.
Five.
Okay. A voice on the other end, kind of crackles at first, but says, Dean, yes, is Silco there? This is Leon.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Silco's here. Yeah.
I tried to call. I tried to call him, but it just wasn't picking up.
Oh, how strange. We've had a very eventful day. I took him around town to sort of show him my side of things. Here, Silco. I'm just gonna hold out the phone.
Yeah, it's for me.
It's good to hear you, Leon. It's nice to hear you.
I'm not here.
No, you're here. I hold it out.
And Silco will storm over the phone and pick it up and be like, "Hey, Leon, kind of late calling there. What's
Yeah.
what's happening?"
You think you could swing by?
Yeah, sure. Let me just bike over.
All right. Yeah. As soon as you can. Kind of important.
Yeah, I'll be over. Yeah, right away.
In Silco, you might, you've obviously known Leon quite well. There's a little bit of something that, seems off about this. Like off in that, Leon probably wasn't. You wouldn't expect this from Leon. Probably a strong individual, and it seems that there's, he wouldn't have been the type to say, "I need something like that." So.
I think Silco's just still so unfortunately enamored, and tragically still has lots of feelings for his ex. He's a shrimp, so he's going to say, yeah, I'll be over soon. Bye.
Over? What are you doing?
Look, he said he needed my help. It's been a while since I've seen him.
Just go doing something that's gonna put you in a bigger mess than...
I know, it's kind of nice to feel needed, I guess.
Well, Owen needs you. I need you.
It's not like I'm going, I'm just going out. I'll be back.
Okay, fine.
So, you mind if I take the bike? I'm gonna change really quick because I stink, but...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, take the bike. I'd much rather you go take it to see Johnny, but I guess you could go take it to see Leon. That's fine.
Look, maybe we're resolving something. Maybe I can just...
Sure.
Get it all out.
Resolving something. Is that
I
what
don't
the
know.
kids call it nowadays?
I feel like I'm older than you, so... Just saying.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm no longer a kid.
I'm going to change!
Okay, fine.
Storms off downstairs to change clothes.
Freshen up and then head out on the bike to north side of town where Leon resides, and head in. You head up to his apartment there in the building, up a few floors of the building, and knock on the door, and you do hear a response to come in.
So good. Make sure their hair's all nice and... Fuck, this is so stupid. And just heads on in.
You head in, and it's dark, other than a single light hanging over the kitchen table. And immediately you draw your attention to that, and you see Leon sitting behind it in only the glow of the light. Pale, color out of his face, just head kind of hanging a little bit, hands underneath the table, and you can see a shadowy figure behind him. And a voice, not Leon's, comes out and says, "So nice of you to join us, finally. Your friend here had a little bit of trouble pointing us into your direction. Hey, Leon," and he nudges him, and Leon winces. And then slowly brings up his hands, and you see a bandage wrapped around one of his hands where his pointer finger seems to be missing as the bandage is soaked in blood. The individual steps out from the light, and you see right away, you've seen it a few times, and then that voice, then that warble on the voice comes out, and you can see that skin that just doesn't fit right. Apparently, you didn't learn your lesson at the pig. I don't want to be cutting off any more fingers. So we're gonna be nice and tell you and your friends, stay the fuck out of our business. And then he pulls out a knife and he stabs it down into the table, and Leon just winces away. And then the individual just leaves. And as soon as the door closes, Leon tears just stands up, comes up, and just runs to you in a heavy embrace and hug. And just through sobs, just like, what did you get into?
I'm so sorry, Leon. This wasn't meant to involve you at all. I'm so sorry.
Never was meant to be. What are you doing?
Fuck if I know half the time. Just hold him and kind of comfort him.
And there's a few more whimpers, and then through them he just... I miss you.
I miss you too.
And there's a moment, and he pulls back, and he just looks at you, and you can just see on his face, like, behind the tears and everything, he just a look of, like, I want to kiss you.
I think in this moment, seeing just how hurt Leon is, how injured, and just that swell of, like, guilt, that knot in Silco's chest, he just slowly brings in Leon just for a very teary kiss.
As the scene fades in the apartments, would you find yourself staying over for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, I
Okay.
gotta take care of my boy.
Okay. Back at the Whitfield residence, Dean, as you've freshened up, sit down. Let's say probably Silco maybe checks in and says, "Hey, I'm not gonna be home." Because, you were probably expecting tea with your housemate, but that obviously isn't going to happen. So you do sit down with it by yourself.
More tea for me, I guess.
And maybe pull out a book, sit in your little area to hang out and enjoy your tea, to just wind down for the night. And there's a flicker in the lights. And it catches your eye, and then you turn, and then you look, and you see this little beetle-looking insect that seems to somehow found its way inside and is crawling around like the side of the bookshelf next to your little area here where you sit. Bright red and orange, almost flickers in the light. Actually quite beautiful looking. And then you notice another one that flutters in as well, somewhere else.
I will take a book and kind of go closer to the red and yellow one, and then
They're
look
similar
over at
in
the other one.
color, yeah. And as you approach there, the back wings kind of like, the carapace kind of like flutters open and the wings go. And then they both flutter and sparks come out and ignite in flames. And your bookshelf and books nearby catch fire. And a few more beetles seem to come in as well. And the same thing.
Shit.
Your apartment is now burning.
My books. I am
Smoke
going to
fills the room.
I'm gonna sort of like start fanning, like trying to like, I don't know. I'm gonna throw like a rug over, not a rug, but like a throw over one of the bookshelves to try and dampen it. And then I'm gonna cough a little, realizing that there's a lot of smoke, and I'm gonna try.
You do
and
kind of
look
choke that out. Go ahead, give me a vigor roll at -4.
Oh, that's
The
good.
flames intensify as you look and notice now, like, seems there's more and more of these beetles.
I'll spend 1 Benny, but that was a 1 and a 3, so I don't.
Group Benny,
1?
right?
Huh?
Group Benny, yeah?
Group Benny.
Yeah.
That is a 1.
Did you get a crit fail?
No, I rolled a 5 -4 is a 1.
Oh, okay. All right. It hits you, and you realize that the smoke is way too much. It's stay here and probably pass out or get out.
I'm gonna start sort of trying to stumble my way towards the front door, at least where I know where it is, and try to open up the door and get out.
Okay. You head over with the last bit of effort that you're able to, and you throw that door open, and there are 2 large individuals there. And immediately things go dark as a sack is pulled over your head and you are dragged away.
What are you doing? What's happening? My house, please. Oh, jeez.
And that's where we end tonight.
Oh no! Oh my god.
Saved by the booty call.
Destroyed by the booty call.
Think
I was
you
waiting-
muted,
got
Owen. There you
destroyed.
go.
A house.
I was waiting for Leon. I miss you. Oh, I missed my finger too.
Don't you miss your finger more? Oh my gosh. Oh,
So good.
that was great.
So, we will be back, most of us, next week.
Oh my
And see where we go from here. So, as seems that the gang is hot on the list of the people they are looking into, and yeah, see where we go from here. So, and see if once Silco and Owen realize that Dean has been taken, they can recover them. So thank you, Bounce House, for being here with us for episode 2. We will be back in a week for episode 3, middle of our series here. Enjoying this very much. Such a great time. Let's say hello again to this fantastic cast. Back down to Kaz. Say hello again and tell us about some of your cool stuff that you do as well.
Oh gosh. Hi, I'm Kaz. Again, you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Twitch at the Mini Arcanist. I am a TTRPG player, but I also do miniature painting, which is sort of what my wheelhouse is in. You can find me on Twitch at least 2 or 3 times a week. I am currently fundraising for Equality Texas this month. We are very close to my goal, which is super exciting. And this Saturday, I'm doing a special stream with my partner, which is going to be super exciting. We'll be painting together. It'll be super
Awesome.
cute and probably potentially chaotic depending on what happens. But yeah, I'm doing that. I will be in Carrie Smith's upcoming Call of Cthulhu Act 2. Super excited with Todd. It is a delight. And Call of Cthulhu is going on right now, and it's been amazing and terrifying. Other things, I will be in Thirsty Sword Lesbians as well at the end of the month. I will be in the 4th one, so the very last one at the end of the month on
28th,
Tuesday.
yep.
Yeah, the 28th. And I'm very excited for that. Otherwise, yeah, you can find me Gavin and putting pictures of what I paint on Twitter. So
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here as always.
ah.
All right. Indiana Sloan, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Travis, aka Indiana Sloan. You can find me on Twitter at the Indiana Sloan. Currently, no upcoming projects. My book is open, so anybody that's looking for TTRPG players, give me a ring. However, you can find me. We've got the Vagrant Freighters season 2 out now, along with season 1. So if you haven't given that a listen, it's part of Todd's DJM Theater. It's a lot of fun. It's a very narrative-driven Star Wars 5e actual play podcast with the roles taken out. So it's just like you're kind of listening to an audiobook sort of format. So definitely give that a listen if you haven't. And I also write for an online website called that#show.com. So if you are interested in pop culture, a lot of Star Wars, Marvel, comic, tabletop gaming, things like that, give us a check out and read some of my articles.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. And last but not least, Piper, say hello.
Hello, I'm Piper, aka Maddie Matihi on Twitter and Matihi on Twitch. I'm doing a lot of stuff lately. I'm going to be here, of course, every Thursday for the next bit with these lovely folks. I'm also going to be here on the 21st for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which I'm so excited to play and really excited for. I get up on my character. But anyway, also, it's been moved just a week, but that's okay. On the 24th of Friday of this month, I'm going to be at that_D'Angelo's channel playing Homies Helping Homies with some extremely amazing people. If you want to basically donate money so we can change accents constantly, please do so. It is such a riot. Like, honest, I've watched so many Homies Helping Homies. It's so fun. And D'Angelo, of course, is amazing. I'm also going to be doing a magical girl themed charity stream on my channel. It's going to be in 3 parts, starting on June 25th, the Saturday there. It's run by Silver Boulette. It's going to be a really fun time, and it's going to be really cute. It's cute little magical girls. It's great. Also, later on in August, I'm going to be doing a D&D 5e campaign. It's going to be pirate themed, called What We Do in the Shallows. Very gay, very amazing. The cast, once I get everything prepped, the cast is absolutely stellar. And of course, if you want to, like, I'm occasionally going to have guests on and stuff, which is also a paid gig. So, you know, let me know. But yeah, and of course, over on my partner Emma Panada's channel, every single Tuesday, playing Curse of Lady Strahd, a queer venture into Barovia. So check that out. That's me.
Fantastic. All good stuff. Fantastic. Thank you, all 3 of you, for being here once again. Wonderful story tonight. I have been your GM, Todd Moonbounce. Thank you all for being here with us as well. Yes, we have this for the next, we've got 3 more episodes through the end of June, Thursday nights here. The other big thing in June is, as Piper and Kaz mentioned, the Thirsty Sword Lesbians fundraiser that I'm helping along with Candace the Magnificent and Kate herself, all benefiting the Trevor Project. So great organization there. We had an amazing first session this past Tuesday. We'll be back for 3 more sessions there with some amazing guests and things like that. So check us out there. And then I'm squeezing in Monday Mothership on the calendar on the 27th. I'm going to hopefully get that up. So we'll be back with some sci-fi horror there. And that'll be my June. And then we'll see what's ahead come July. So always looking for new players and whatnot. So shoot me a follow on Twitter if you haven't yet for cast announcements. And get you on one of these potentially as well. So thank you very much. We will see you next week. Same time. Have a good rest of your night all. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.